There, our recipe is complete, and now we just need one final touch in order to be able to make this crystal. In order to actually complete the crystal, the altar just needs a redstone signal. So we step on that pressure plate, and there we go. I hope you're ready to run a vault, because I sure am. But before we run a vault, there's actually one more thing that I want to do to prepare. As you can see, I made myself some diamond armor. I could spend the time to actually get it enchanted, but we're already in episode 4 and haven't run a vault yet. And this is Vault Hunters. There are vaults in this pack, believe it or not. So I think we are just going to throw one more thing together here. If I can grab these tripwire hooks. Just need one tripwire hook in iron, some sticks, and then some string, which I actually don't have a ton of, but this flax that I got a couple episodes back converts itself to string. Easy as that. Oh, but we need one more. And then, boom, we have a crossbow. Now, this crossbow is going to be a lot better once we get an enchanting setup going. But, as we discussed, we can't be bothered with that for right now. So let's just grab some arrows. We'll make sure to load the crossbow. And actually, we want this to go in that spot. Oh, it's so slow when you don't have quick charge on it. Okay, but that's fine. I think we're actually ready to go. So I hope you guys are ready. Here goes nothing. Our first vault of the world. Oh, put me down. Let's go. Alright, so a couple things to note about the vault. Well, first of all, we don't have regeneration of health in here. So anytime we take damage, that heart is gone. Unless we find some other way of healing, such as like golden apples or potions. The second thing to note is down in the bottom left-hand corner, just above my mana bar there, you'll see it says monoliths, and we have the 2 monoliths there. That is the overall goal of the vault, to hit these monoliths. So we only need one more, and then to find our exit, and then we'll have this vault completed. But it's not going to be that easy, I feel. As you can see, we have mobs spawning around the chests, which thankfully a lot of the spawners are gonna just fizzle out and disappear by themselves. And we just need to worry about not taking too many hits from these guys here. Oh yeah. Easy enough. Cool. But now, because we heard the noise when these mobs spawned in, that the spawner fizzled out, this is a free chest to take. And we're going to take it all, because we don't have much yet. So, as any help that we can get is much appreciated. And these books are going to come in handy as well to get us an enchanting setup. And I think I spotted that, yeah, there's an enchanting table down there. I might go try to steal that. But it all depends on if we can actually get down there without a bunch of mobs spawning on us. I think I'd rather have the enchanting table than the coin piles over here. So just in case it gets squirrely and I need to dip, I'm gonna just go for this one first. Creeper. Creeper's not good. Alright, so we broke the enchanting table. It's just a matter of going down there to get it. But these vault fighters, they can ruin your day. They hit pretty hard, and they have like a sprint ability that they'll come charging at us if we're not careful. So, no, we're good. We're good. If we could get that creeper to go off. Nope, we're just going to kill him instead. That works. Awesome. But this spawner fizzled out as well. So now we still have a husk around somewhere. But we're not going to worry too much about it. Okay. This is actually a really good first room to get, because I don't imagine we're going to get too much further than just this first room today. At least for the first vault. We kind of need some gear, but the fact that we have these gilded chests down here is going to make it a lot easier for us to be able to gear up. And it sounds like we have a lot of mobs spawning. I'm getting a little nervous now, just with all the sounds going on around us. But we should be okay. It seems like they're not bothering us too bad yet. I'm just going to snag these books. Now, these red chests in the water here, those are ornate chests. Those are going to be what we have a better chance of actually getting vault gear out of. And that's going to be super beneficial for us, because right now this iron, like the iron pants, really not ideal. And that was a trap. Okay, so the chest just disappeared on us because instead of giving us loot, it spawned us a bunch of these vault fighters. So we definitely need to keep an eye out for them. Thankfully, we have old Betsy here. This isn't too bad. I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. I've seen first vaults go a lot worse. So as long as we can make it out alive, then I'd say we did pretty good. No gear in any of these ornate chests, the red and black ones here. But what we did get is a netherite scrap, and I definitely want to snag that. We're starting to run out of space already, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose, but it just means that we have to start making decisions on what to keep and what to ditch. Like, even these living chests down here are what they're called, but there's a good chance that they're gonna contain different stuff than what we've already been picking up, and I just don't have the room for it at the moment, so I may not worry too much about it. We will take the vault steak, though. This food is going to be the best food that we can find in this game. It's quickest to eat, and it restores a crazy amount of saturation. This is tricky. I should have made some sort of storage device before coming in here, because as you can see, we're kind of running out of room pretty bad. I guess we'll ditch the iron nuggets. I think I'm just gonna go. You know, like we got a lot of stuff. We really didn't explore much of this vault, but with all this loot, I mean, who really needs to explore, right? That spawner's not fizzling out, so we don't want to mess with that, because that's just going to keep spawning mobs on us. And I didn't hear any noise from this spawner over here either. Nice. Real quick, while we're over in this area, I'm going to take some of this unobtainium that we got and make a block out of it, and just kind of mark it there so we know which way our exit is, because that's one very important part of this, is we need to find our way out afterwards. Because if we die in the vault, we're dead. Like, we don't get our stuff back, which is very unfortunate. So we definitely want to keep an eye on our hearts, make sure that we're not doing anything too stupid. Speaking of which, I actually think we're gonna call it here for this vault. I mean, a netherite ingot and a netherite scrap, vault diamond. I'd say we didn't do too bad as far as loot goes. I think I'd rather step out, regain some health, and then we'll come back in for another one. Oh, we should have probably stuck around for a little bit more experience, but even that's a very solid start. We have one more vault. As long as we live, we'll pretty much be at the first level, so that's very nice. 14 chests, 1 was trapped, and then we killed 26 mobs. I'd say for our first vault run in pretty ragtag gear, I'd say we didn't do too bad. Now we just need to make up a chest for our loots, which shouldn't be too difficult. Then we're just going to stick pretty much all of our vault goodies right in there for the time being. We'll sort it out afterwards, because we do have some stuff that's like vanilla goodies, like the iron and what have you, the emeralds. But for now, it can all just get tucked up in this box, and we will worry about it a different time. So now that we've scratched that itch and gotten our first vault taken care of, I think it's time that we maybe do a little bit more prepping so we can be better equipped for future vaults. So to do that, we're going to start by placing some of this vault cobblestone in the furnace and just smelting it down. And that's going to make us some polished vault stone. And if we take this as well as some glass, that is going to make us a jar. Now these jars are going to be extremely useful and something that I really wish was in, maybe if not necessarily vanilla Minecraft, but at the very least a mod on its own outside the Vault Hunters mod, because it's a fantastic addition and I can't wait to show you. So I've got 5 jars made up now, which is probably more than we're going to need, but it's going to be a pretty solid start at the very least. So now with these jars, we're going to come out and we are going to look for some animals. Any particular animal will do. I really need something to get us started with basic food. Like something better than just the bread that we've been eating in the vaults would be nice, like pork chops or steaks. Look at this, double whammy. So all we're going to do is hit shift and then right click on the cow, and now we have a cow in a bottle, or a cow in a jar, I should say. Then we're going to do the same thing for the pigs. Oh, come back here, piggy. I'm trying to grab this rabbit if he's not too fast for us. Got him. Okay, cool. And what other animals can we grab? We could grab the cat, but we're not going to bother with the cat. We will, however, grab a penguin, because look how cute he is. We want one of these hanging around. Another important thing to note about these jars is that we are going to need more than just one of the animal. Having one's not really going to do us any good. So like this rabbit and the cow, it's kind of useless for now. As you know what they say, it takes 2 to tango and it takes 2 to make babies. And that's ultimately what we want. So we need to get at least 2 of the critters, and then we should be in pretty good shape. So now that we've got all our animals in the jars, what exactly do we do with them, you might be asking? Well, in order for me to show you, we need to smelt down more of this vault cobblestone. And with that polished vault stone, we take this in the crafting table, slap some down here with some fences, and that's going to get us an animal pen. I kind of cleared out a spot for our pen over here. Probably not a permanent spot, because I did want to put a garden kind of over here, so this won't be the most accessible location, but I think it's going to work for now. We place the pen down, and then we stick our animal inside it. If we hit shift, it's going to show us how many cows there are in there, which is a very handy thing to know. Alright, so as you can see, we have all of our farm animals lined up out here, and if we shift, that's actually going to show us how many there are of each one. We can breed them right from here, and that's going to increase the count to 4, and we can actually kill them right here as well, and that gets our drops that way. And as far as the eggs from the chicken, just right-clicking with a bucket, if it was ready, that is. As well as milking from the cows can be done just with the bucket there. We also picked up these little guys. We have just the regular penguin, 5 of them, and then the Adelaide penguin, which we only managed to find 1, but there's plenty of penguins out there, so I'm sure that we'll find more at some point. Now, I did also manage to get a couple of cats from the nearby village over here. Only grabbed 2 because they are a little bit tricky to snag, but if we feed them the fish, now we have 3. And I have a plan that may be just terrible, but it may be terribly brilliant. As you can see, we need 1 string for this altar, this recipe, and I don't really feel like going out and fighting spiders, so don't look. And it didn't even work. Man, all that for not even any string. I was for sure that should drop a string. But that's okay. We're just gonna have to go out and get string the old-fashioned way. But we're gonna do that next episode because I'm all out of time today. But if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave a like, follow me over on Twitch if you want to see my Sky Vault series, and most importantly, don't forget, stay jolly.